Tax season is over. Now the year begins. This is the real season of strategy and building. Because the goal isn't survive next tax season. The goal is become the kind of person who never panics again. Tax season is over. And you can feel it. Like the collective nervous system of America just exhaled. You survived the inbox. You survived the "Do you want my W-2s" text thread. You survived the ritual sacrifice of receipts and screenshots. Now the dust settles, and this is the moment where most people do the wrong thing. They go right back to the chaos, chained to the rhythm. They treat tax day like a storm that passed, instead of a forecast for what they need to build. So today is not about filing. Today is about the mindset shift from reactive citizen to a strategic operator. Because if you want 2026 to be your best year ever, this is the season for structure. Post-tax day is the real new year. January is wishful thinking season. April is panic season. Post-tax day is reality season. This is when you finally have the data, what you actually spent, what you actually owe, where your money actually went, what your business really is on paper. And that's priceless because strategy requires truth. So if you're watching this after tax day, congratulations, you're finally in the best part of the year, the part where you stop improvising. So you might ask, John, what about this mindset shift from taxpayer to architect? Most people do taxes like it's an annual confession. Forgive me, IRS, for I have DoorDashed. But high performers treat taxes differently. They don't treat them as punishment. They treat them as feedback. Taxes are a mirror. They show you what's working. They show you what's leaking. They show you where the systems are weak. And when your systems are weak, you don't just pay more taxes. You absorb more risk, more liability exposure, more audit anxiety, more messy commingling, and more "my accountant hates me" energy, more lost opportunities. So the shift is stop thinking, how do I file? Start thinking, how do I build? And there are 3 pillars for building this post-tax day mindset. If you want 2026 to be elite, you build 3 things. Pillar number 1, privacy. Not "I'm doing something shady" privacy. I mean adult privacy. The kind where your assets aren't a public scavenger hunt. Your personal life isn't welded to your business life. Your family isn't exposed because you didn't feel like planning. That's where trust planning becomes a real conversation for a lot of people. Privacy, continuity, control, and long-term intention. If you want to learn more about this privacy strategy, book a call with Numeratus. Pillar number 2, liability. If you're building anything, business, investing, real estate, digital assets, you are operating in a world where lawsuits and disputes are not theoretical. LLCs are not magical armor. They are containers. And containers only work when you maintain them, you document them, you separate them. You don't treat them like a Halloween costume you wear once a year. So yes, mitigating liability is part of post-tax year strategy. And now pillar number 3, systems. This is the big one, because strategy without systems become ideas. And ideas don't scale. Systems scale. Books are not for the IRS, they're for you. Most people treat bookkeeping like homework. They do it late, they're angry about it, and only because someone is going to grade them. That's not bookkeeping, that's compliance cosplay. Real books are not for the IRS, they're for decision making. Clean books give you clarity, margin visibility, cash flow reality, tax forecasting, the ability to hire, the ability to invest, the ability to sleep. Messy books give you surprises, overpayments, underpayments, and the spiritual experience of "we'll construct it later." And later is always worse. So post-tax day is when you build a monthly close rhythm. Reconcile accounts, categorize properly, review profit and cash, tax reserve planning, clean documentation. You don't wait for the next April. You make April irrelevant. And new technology is not optional in 2026. It's an edge. Here's why 2026 can be your best year ever, because the tools are insane. Automation and AI let you do in minutes what used to take hours if you set it up correctly. That's the difference between I have software and I have a system. Examples of what we can automate right now are auto categorization rules that learn, anomaly detection, like catching weird transactions early, invoice and bill workflows, monthly reporting packages, cash flow forecasting, contractor tracking and 1099 readiness, crypto transaction organization and reconciliation workflows, document collection that doesn't rely on your memory. But here's the warning. AI without structure is like giving a Ferrari to a toddler. Yes, it moves fast. No, it should not be allowed. So we use tech to reduce manual work and humans to keep it compliant and defensible, especially with taxes, crypto reporting, cross-border compliance, entity structures, and trusts. Because the AI said so is not an audit defense. It's a comedy sketch. Now it's time for the 2026 Best Year Ever Blueprint. Step number 1, post-mortem the tax season. Ask 2 questions. Where did we scramble? What did we not do until the last minute? Whatever the answer is, build a system around it. Step number 2, build your financial operating system. Minimum viable setup, 1 bookkeeping platform, 1 receipt document capture workflow, 1 monthly close checklist, 1 tax reserve plan, 1 owner comp owner draw policy, 1 dashboard you view monthly. Step number 3, clean separation, personal versus business accounts, entity boundaries, documented transfers, reimbursement policy, payroll, contractor classification workflows. This is where most people lose protection and don't even know it. Step number 4, structure. If you're stepping up in life, more income, more assets, more risk. This is when you talk about whether you need an LLC structure upgrade, whether you need trust planning for privacy and continuity, whether you need multi-entity separation, whether you need a real operating agreement that matches reality, whether you need better governance. Step number 5, invest with intention. Now you can invest without fear because your back office can support it. That includes traditional investments, business reinvestments, and yes, digital assets. If you're going to play in crypto, do it like an adult. Track basis, document flows, reconcile wallets and exchanges, keep it segregated when needed, and build audit-proof records. So why do most people fail? This is the time to build. This is the time to be creative. Most people don't fail because they're stupid. They fail because they're unstructured. They have ambition, but no operating system. And they keep trying to scale income, assets, risk, and complexity with the same systems they used when they were smaller. That's like installing a jet engine on a bicycle and saying, let's see what happens. What happens is suffering. So post-tax day is the moment where mature people say, I'm going to build the infrastructure now while I'm calm, because infrastructure built under pressure is always expensive. And there might be a problem with the integrity of the structure. So here's the message. Tax season is over. Now the year begins. This is the real season of strategy and building. Privacy with trusts, when appropriate, liability mitigation with properly maintained LLCs, clean books, clean systems, automation, and AI that reduces time without increasing risk. If you do this now, 2026 can absolutely be the best year you've ever had because you'll make decisions from clarity. You'll stop getting surprised. You'll stop freestyling your finances, and you'll start operating like someone who expects to win long term. You can see the forest through the trees. And if you want help building that, Numeratus.us exists to be your digital back office and your financial operating system build team. Not just to file, but to build the structure that makes filing easy and makes life scalable. Because the goal isn't survive next tax season. The goal is become the kind of person who never panics again.